The Eskimo stone. Do you have it, Kyoko?
Yes, sir, right here.
That's it. Now I understand the pattern, Professor Moratti. Those lines are meant to represent clouds, you see. A primitive but graphic attempt to show that Gamera can fly.
Gentlemen, Gamera must be stopped. God knows where he'll strike next. So far, the American weapons have been completely ineffective, and the Japanese radar systems offer barely enough warning to evacuate the civilian populations. We must now work as one cohesive unit with one objective, creating a plan to destroy Gamera before he destroys civilization. General Arnold.
Thank you, sir. Both Dr. Hidaka and Dr. Morass are convinced that Gamera is continually on the hunt for food. There is some chemical substance in our fuel that it needs to exist. Possibly the same chemical substance it consumed over 200 million years ago. In the beginning, in the Earth's atmosphere, there was less than a small part of 1% of oxygen that we, with lungs, need to live. The other creatures existed on the sustenance of sulfur compounds in their seething earth. Now, as oxygen increased in the world's atmosphere, living things started to develop lungs. Now, Gamera is of the prior period, possibly the last survivor. This all came within the radii of our microscopes, but the existence of Gamera is living proof that they were not all single-cell creatures.
Do you mean it literally eats fire?
Yes. The beast actually eats fire.
That's incredible.
This may explain why he's most destructive when he's unable to satisfy his ravenous appetite, and least destructive when he's gorging himself at some oil refinery or fuel reserve. Now, that may be the key to any plan that we come up with. If we can keep Gamera in one location long enough, we may gain the time we need.
Thank you, General. This conference is now open to discussion. I recognize the representative from the Soviet Union.
I've been authorized by my government to offer complete cooperation. Our nation's resources, scientists, and armed forces are at your disposal.
The American ambassador.
The United States government takes the identical position. To save time, gentlemen, I move for unanimous agreement.
Will all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
So be it. General Arnold, I understand that you and General Sokolovsky of the Soviet Command met with other military authorities and discussed an approach to the problem.
Yes, sir, we did. We proposed a meeting of supply and fuel experts, and at the same time...
Point of order.
Chair recognizes the ambassador.
My country has made its position clear. However, the decision of who is going to direct the military operations has not yet been decided. And until it is, we will in no way...
There is no time for indecision or debate. General Arnold has been on top of this situation since the trouble began. It is logical he direct the operation.
I remind the ambassador that it was General Arnold who gave the orders to shoot down one of my nation's aircraft.
Which was flying over American territory at the time and carried the bomb that on exploding released Gamera.
Our planes were forced into the area, and besides, I want...
Gentlemen, please. As the American ambassador has stated, we do not have time for debate. I recommend that there be a joint command under the direction of General Arnold of the United States Forces and General Sokolovsky of the Soviet Army. If the ambassadors have no objections, I suggest we put it to a voice.
No objections.
If General Arnold considers it practical.
General Sokolovsky and I have worked together before, in Berlin after the war. I think we can still function as a team.
All right. I'll agree to the proposal.
Will all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
The ayes have it. It is a joint command. You may continue, General Arnold.
Thank you, sir. After the fuel and supply experts have solved the problem of logistics, we have one plan that we think might work. We have discussed Plan Z with the Japanese authorities, and they agree it is the best of our alternative plan. Is that correct, sir?
That is so. Plan Z is hope of the world.
Gentlemen, Plan Z is open to discussion.
Here's another one from Paris. Gamera has been sighted all over the world, but only in the air.
Yes. Apparently his experience with the freezing bomb frightened and disturbed him.
Yes.
But what happens when he gets hungry again? See who it is.
Yes, sir. Come in, please.
How do you do? I'm Nobuyo Sakurai, and this is my brother Toshio. How do you do? Good afternoon, sir.
And I am
Good
the
afternoon.
doctor's assistant. These are the Sakurais from the Arima Lighthouse, doctor. I asked them to come when I heard that they were in Tokyo.
Mhm.
Yes. Well,
Sightsee?
not exactly. You see, our home was destroyed.
My.
They're rebuilding everything now. And since there is no place nearby where we can stay, why, Toshio and I have come to visit our uncle here in Tokyo.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Yes, but as long as you are here, Toshio, you mustn't miss the sightseeing. See that? Right there? That is the Tokyo Tower.
Dr. Hidaka?
Yes?
Is Gamera going to return?
Well, let us hope that he doesn't return here. It's very dangerous.
Gamera saved my life. I hope he's all right. He doesn't mean to be dangerous. He's just so big and clumsy, that's all. He goes overboard when it comes to turtles. I like turtles, that's all. I bet Gamera's lonesome too, wherever he is. Even a turtle doesn't like to be alone. If people were kind to Gamera, I bet he could be trained to be nice and quiet, like other turtles. I wonder where he is now. Good night, Toshio. I think Dr. Hidaka was very nice to explain everything, don't you? And at least you realize now how dangerous Gamera really is. Listen, I think tomorrow you and I should go sightseeing. Uh-huh. Toshio? Sound asleep already. Good night. Little turtle.
A mysterious reversal of this morning's tide caused heavy flooding in the Sumida River, threatening to wash out large stretches of the shoreline. At the Kawasaki Wharf in Tokyo Bay, meanwhile, the mysterious tide, which was accompanied by severe local radio interference, caused this collision between two oil tankers. Fireboats and tugs at tremendous risk towed the burning ships from the oil storage docks, averting potential disaster. Now, here are pictures just released to us by the security forces of the geothermal power plant destroyed by Gamera last week. As you can see from these films, virtually nothing remains of the plant but shattered debris. So complete is the devastation caused by Gamera that cost estimates in the millions are based on total replacement rather than reconstruction. This was the scene earlier today at Haneda Airport, when the International Commission arrived. Representatives of 20 nations, including Professor Bauer of the United States, Academician Yanovsky of the Soviet Union. We interrupt to bring you live from the conference itself a statement by Dr. Hidaka.
Good evening. We are fairly certain that the disturbances earlier today have been caused by Gamera's return.
You mean he's in the Tokyo area?
Yes, unfortunately. But knowing that he is in Tokyo gives us a chance to carry out